Next year, Ohioans could be voting on an amendment to the state constitution that would provide broad anti-discrimination protections that aim to benefit different people. The initiative is being led by a grassroots organization called Ohio Equal Rights. The group has already gathered 2,000 signatures, and the Ohio Attorney General has certified the proposed amendment. Lis Regula from the Ohio Equal Rights joins us right now to explain what happens next in the process here and their efforts. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks. Good to be here, Lindsay.
Yeah, so first of all, who all would benefit from the proposed amendment that you're working on?
So, because of Ohio's demographics, we intentionally made these non-discrimination categories as broad as we possibly could. And those include the usual Equal Rights Amendment associated categories, race, gender, nation of origin, religion, etc., as well as disability status, disease status, family formation status, military status, and more. The real goal is to make sure that every Ohioan can see themselves reflected in this to some extent, because protections are there for everybody, and we want to be very clear about that.
Yeah, it's a very broad spectrum. Tomorrow you'll be at the Ohio Ballot Board meeting. What will you discuss there and possibly deciding on within that meeting?
So within the meeting, the lawyers at the ballot board will be talking about whether or not this is a single subject or whether it needs to be split into two separate amendments, because we do also have the proactive overturn of Ohio's ban on same-sex marriage built into the amendment as it currently stands. I know this has been proposed at the legislature as well, with the naming of Obergefell and the case that ensured marriage equality in the U.S., named in Dobbs as another potential case of interest. I think there's reason to be concerned that same-sex marriage equality could be overturned within our lifetimes. So this would take out that constitutional trigger ban in Ohio.
Got it. Yeah, you'd remove that from the state in the event that the federal level changes somehow. If the board certifies this amendment, what does your organization and amendment supporters need then to get this issue on the ballot? You're aiming for the midterms, I believe, 2026?
That's the goal. That's what we'd like to see happen. As far as what we need to do in order to do that, fundraise a lot, collect over 400,000 signatures, and connect with people across the state, helping them to recognize that when we say Ohio should be welcome to all, we really believe that, but our current constitution in the state has language that is so vague and unenforceable that it doesn't actually allow for those protections to happen in the court.
What's one example of a loophole that you're pointing to?
Oh, the most glaring one that comes to mind is the various legislative attacks on the trans community over the past few years. Taking away health care from a group of people because of who they are, or attempting to do that. We had the Reproductive Rights Amendment that ensured access to abortion, and then turned around and said trans kids should not have health care that is appropriate for them.
All right, well, we will watch your meeting tomorrow. We'll see what comes out of it and what decisions are made. Thank you for taking the time to join us here today.
Thank you.